compared to the last time they played against this team.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From just inside the 20. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Looking for Hill again. This time it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football. After 7-0 on EA Sports. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Mahomes will throw for it. And this will be caught. So the try for 2, good. And it pushes them out to a 15-0 lead. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Now after the kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So pretty good starting for the Buccaneers in good field position here to start out first. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, Charles, you think about these two teams, and think about how long it's been since we've had the same two teams play back years. You have to go back to the Cowboys and Bills almost 30 years ago in the 90s. That's the only time that it's happened in the Super Bowl era. So I'm curious, what kind of chances do you see of us having a Kansas City, Tampa Bay Super Bowl in L.A. come February?
Well, you just pointed out how difficult it is for one team to get back to the Super Bowl, let alone the same two teams to play against each other. So the odds are against them, but would we tell either one of these teams they can't get back there? We think they're 2 of the best in the league. It shouldn't surprise us if it happens, but it is going against historical precedent. But remember last year, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they won the Super Bowl in their own stadium. The only time that's happened in Super Bowl history, too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. On 3rd down, Gabbard. On the screen, Bernard. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability.
This Bucs defense, you remember, pretty stout last year, the number 6 overall unit in the NFL.
And I think that as the season wore on, and you pointed this out to me as well, You start to see some of their rookies begin to figure things out, and they played a little more like a top 2 or 3 defense down the stretch. And I would say that in the playoffs and through the Super Bowl, they were truly the best defense in the NFL.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones in there to bury him for a loss of 11. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they...
Oh, it's a touchdown.
It goes without... saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back to it after the pick 6. Gabbard. He's going deep for Brown. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Bucs are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. They'll try and run with Bernard. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now. And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. And now they're looking at it.
And it's caught. Maine, a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one. Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they